We bring on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries on The Fact Today, only on ATN.
Hello, good evening, and thank you for joining us on Atlantic Television Network program Press Roundtable. Press Roundtable is a convergence of media practitioners who dissect news and current affairs to provide the right balance. Today on Press Roundtable, we'll be discussing, coming from Edo State, impeached Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu donates campaign office orders to APC. And from the EFCC, it secures a final forfeiture of 20 choice properties, others for Arthur Eze. A sexual harassment minister drags PEM secretary before head of service. Building collapse, union demands FG's actions on substandard steel producers. When we come back, I'm going to introduce my guests.
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on The Fact Today, only on ATN.
We're glad to have you back on the show. My name is Angel Mokoma, Angelic Angel. The show, sir. Good evening and good to have you on the show.
Of course, happy to be with you.
Happy rainy day. It's really been raining all through here in Fort Harcourt, honestly, and a lot of persons were trapped. There were gridlocks on the road as a result of the rain.
Exactly.
Well, we're so happy that we made it this evening to office. All right. Let's take stories coming from Edo State. Impeached Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu donates campaign office orders to APC. Okay, the former Deputy Governor of Edo State, Comrade Philip Shaibu, has donated his campaign secretariat office to the All Progressive Congress APC's gubernatorial candidate in the state, Senator Monday Honorable Dennis Idahosa Campaign Organization. New Telegraph, the media reports that the campaign office located along Airport Road, Benin City, hitherto served as the headquarters of the Philip Shaibu Campaign Organization, while Shaibu was running for governor until his disputed impeachment. Also, the impeached deputy governor donated, in addition to the campaign office, several Sienna vehicles, utility music trucks, and the collapse of the Philip Shaibu campaign structure into the APC. It was gathered that the former deputy governor took the steps when he received members of the APC campaign council led by its Director General Senator Matthew Orogide on a visit to the Philip Shaibu campaign office. When the reporter visited the campaign office Monday evening, it was observed that the secretariat had been rebranded. all branding bearing Shaibu's pictures and the PDP logo had been removed and replaced with that of the APC and Omebelo and Idahosa. Now, with this latest development, Shaibu, who is currently challenging his impeachment as deputy governor, and the emergence of Asu Iholodalo as the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, is believed to be on his way back to the APC. I don't know if you just get the stories, and he happened to be a PDP member before he was impeached. You know, there was a lot of issues, a lot of problems, and they had a meeting. They made an investigation and then had to impeach him and then replace him with another person. But the stories coming today shows that he has already sent vehicles, giving other utility and structures to the APC just because they came to visit him in the office. Now, the question, in the minds of the people is he going back to the APC, having been impeached as a PDP, he was the former deputy governor? How can you reconcile this? Is it that he's not head of the PDP because he was there that he was impeached, or he wants to now be reinstated as a deputy governor in APC? What can you make out of this?
Yes, I think politics is all about interest.
Yeah, I believe so.
Politics is all about interest. And Shaibu, looking at the devastation on his political adventure, I think he's beginning to realize that he's no more needed in PDP. And therefore, he needed a place where he will be embraced and accepted. And of course, giving his campaign office to APC and to rebrand the secretariat means that he has accepted to be in APC. And that is his interest for now. And looking at the structure he's trying to build now, means that he's going to have a very big fight with Obaseki. Because with the minimum wage of 70,000 naira, which Obaseki has donated to the civil servants by upgrading their minimum wage, means that there is going to be a very big fight, very big political fight in Edo State. Because I see where Shaibu is going to fight like a wounded lion. Looking at what is on ground, he's going to fight like a wounded lion. And the political structure already in PDP, from the House of Assembly to the local government level and the state, well, I don't think it will be easy for Shaibu. If this is his second decision, I think it's going to be a very strong challenge for him. Because already, right now, the people in Edo State, I think majority of them has made up their mind for the PDP being the ruling party in the state. And for an opposition like the APC, of course, that has the presidency in the ruling of the country.
That's fine.
Yes.
But then what happened in PDP when he was on PDP? I think he was supposed to settle that issue before moving on, or because the PDP they also have the willpower to help in his reinstatement or bringing him back to governance.
I think what actually happened in PDP was all about disloyalty.
Okay.
Disloyalty in the sense that he was with Obaseki, and you being with a governor, although you have your own political decision to make, you would have, of course, politics is all about negotiation, all right, and accepting to, play to the tune of your mentor. And if you don't do that, you find it difficult to get what you want. I think that was what happened there. He did not want to take Obaseki as his political mentor.
Yeah.
And from the indication and his shift to APC, it does appear that before now, he has been close to Shomole.
Okay.
Senator Oshomole.
Okay.
He has been close to him. And that is why Oshomole, days before now, came out very clear and said that Edo will go back to APC. Oshomole made it very clear. And that is where Shaibu is coming from. And his disloyalty to Obaseki, all right, can be retraced to the problem that existed between Oshomole and Obaseki in his first tenure. And that is what is bringing the game very clear to the political actors and players. That this time around, Obaseki, who is getting ready to hand over to to somebody that has been dominated by the party, means that there will be no wave at all for Shaibu. While Oshomole is very adamant that this time around APC will get it back because of the fracas and the problem he had with Obaseki in his first tenure. So I want to say that the people of the state have their rightful choice to make.
Yeah.
It's not about the minimum wage increase. It's not about political party, but it's all about who can take those states to the next level.
Exactly.
If the people of the state refuse to decide well, then in the next 4 to 8 years or 6 years, as the case may be, it's not going to be easy with the governors in that state. Because the PDP and the APC are divided already.
Yeah, they're already divided.
They're already divided.
Now, it's not about donating, giving vehicles, giving structures,
It's all about what the people want.
What the people's choice.
Yes, the people's
Who
choice.
are you?
Yes.
But, what really led them to impeach you? Is it going to repeat itself? Because there are characters, there are traits of characters that manifested.
Yes.
And people complained about it. And probably he proved deaf ear. And then he didn't take corrections and moved on with that. But like you said, I think it's about people's choice.
Yes.
Who can deliver them? Who will take them to another dimension? What do people want?
Exactly.
This time around, not just about the structure. Because what also chased him away from the PDP will also chase him away from the APC if care is not taken.
Yes.
If he didn't learn his lesson.
Of course.
You understand?
Yes.
So I believe it's not about what you have. It's not about the heart to give. It's about the heart to deliver your people.
Yes.
All right, let's take other stories coming from EFCC. EFCC secures final forfeiture of 20 choice properties, others for Arthur Eze, and that's the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, that secured the final forfeiture of 20 properties and 10 vehicles of Arthur Eze, a Nigerian businessman and CEO of Atlas Oranto Petroleum. And as you can see him there, that was announced in a statement released by the agency on Monday, saying the forfeiture order was pronounced by the Court of Appeal, Abuja. The agency added that the recovered properties, 10 vehicles, including 3 princely wristwatches, were from 2 brothers, Olisai Buka Eze and Onyeka Nadozie Eze, for a petitioner, Arthur Eze. The statement read, in a final forfeiture ruling on Friday, June 7, 2024, by a three-man panel of justices, the appeal court Abuja dismissed the appeal filed by the brothers and affirmed the final forfeiture of the properties, vehicles and other items to Arthur Eze, the nominal petitioner, as presented by the Commissioner's Counsel Ibrahim Buba. The properties, all located in Federal Capital Territory of City Abuja, were held by the court to have been acquired with proceeds of crime committed against Arthur Eze. Now, did you just get the point?
Yes.
What can you make out of the story that you've seen the Eze and then the whole petition, the recovery of the properties and all of that he had? Okay, and that's the work of the EFCC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what can you make out of the stories?
Yes, I think we want it to be commending the judiciary. The judiciary this time around, they are beginning to understand that the hope of the common man, not only the common man, the hope of the Nigerian is entrusted and secured in justice. And, you know, with this kind of justice delivery, I think one has begun to get hope for the judiciary in their justice delivery system. That Arthur Nzeribe is a man that I have known since I was a little boy.
Arthur Eze.
Yes, since I was a little boy. And I think with this wealth of experience and his gifted wealth, I want to commend the judiciary for making it easy for him. He actually merited it. And for those who wanted to rob him of his property, I want to advise them. You must learn to be hardworking.
Life.
You must learn to get what belongs to you. You must learn to avoid stealing or taking somebody else's thing by force.
Or conspiring against someone forcefully.
Forcefully.
Most of all these things, some persons will look at you because you have this achievement, you have this investment, they will come after
against you.
Exactly.
Against you.
And now, if the EFCC, like I was telling someone when this story was going on, well, I was just trying to dissect it on my own. I was like, okay, what if the EFCC did not carry a thorough investigation on the matter? And because this is what they should be doing.
Yes.
You know, instead of all these minor things. Cases they are chasing people here.
The effort of such a personality in our society, who has put in all his years of struggle to get this achievement, I think I want to commend the EFCC for a job well done. They actually did well to restore confidence on Nigerians, that no matter the pressure, that no matter the influence, you know what I mean, that are put into certain issues that are very, very deceiving, all right, people can still trust the judiciary and get it right. Arthur Nzeribe is a man that has contributed immensely to this country, and he cannot be despised anywhere. He cannot be despised anywhere, no matter what happens. And that is what the judiciary has done. We want to tell the judiciary that they should keep ensuring that the rule of law is respected, because where the rule of law is undermined, then the society will go reckless. The society will go lawless. There will be orderliness. And therefore, we want to commend them to ensure that justice is delivered in a way. Most Nigerians, what they have decided to do in life is to belong to the group that will keep stealing the funds that belong to this country. But we are proud of the EFCC. We are proud of the ICPC. We are proud of the police.
The judiciary, yes.
Yeah, the judiciary. That they should not allow this country to be despised anywhere. They should do things that will continue to upgrade and bring hope back to Nigerians. Even those that are not Nigerians, they should begin to know that Nigeria is a country where people can live and have confidence in the various institutions that we have. All right? And that, you know, these people that go about chasing other people's property, they should be fished out and sent to jail, going to take what does not belong to him and putting the person in misery. This misery. Putting the man in misery, putting him in disarray, and then suspending his business.
Exactly.
Is actually a disappointment.
Like
I think the court should give a penalty to those who are making this. It's wrong.
Like they said, they're saying that the judiciary is a last hope of common man.
Yes.
And that is actually what played out here. You know, when you do not have anyone to speak for you, when you do know, you believe that you can't do it yourself.
Of course.
And other than God, you now go to the judiciary to seek redress on your matter. And we want to commend them as well. And I believe that once, now that the EFCC has secured this property for him, for Arthur Eze right now, I believe that they are going to also punish those people for taking his time, money, because this involves money and time, you know. And I think it's also going to start. Yes, it can even lead to someone having BP and slumping and die. Yes. All of a sudden, some of your brothers, your friends, your relatives will conspire against you and say they want this particular property because they believe you've acquired a lot. Yes. You know, this has to do with somewhat envy, you know. Exactly. You understand? Because if you're not envious of someone's achievement or property, you wouldn't put your eye there.
Of course.
And I think people should learn how to be contented with what they have. And if you also appreciate other people's achievement, that one will also come for you. Yes. The person can even show you a way, you know. And even if they're not related, or whether they are related, doesn't have any significant change. Okay, so someone can
across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics,
Nobody's ambition is what's the blood.
I have fought a very firmly.
natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
you human trafficker.
Honorable So no agreement with the EU, but
we just dey vote for government, get good governance. At all. Roads so no day. Light outside. The infrastructure we can't talk to be forbidden fruit for the city.
Corruption, spoil everything. Hello?
Hello, madam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mrs. Ayeni. I am calling from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs.
Okay. Okay, I've been expecting your call.
Madam, remove this your phone from loudspeaker.
No verse. Now my phone be like that. Hello?
Are you there?
I hear, I'm hearing you.
Yes. We saw a copy of your invoice for computers, printers, and laptops.
Yes. Are you working on them now?
Ma, the prices you quoted are way too high now.
Madam, sorry, please don't cost.
We found the laptop you said is 1.8 million naira for 600,000 naira.
Hello?
Now my body network there.
I can't hear you. Network is bad.
Madam, we can hear you. Continue.
Hello, I can't hear you. We call you back.
That behavior not good now.
Madam, now this kind behavior they kill our country. You suppose do things differently. Make Nigeria for better.
Corruption not in my country. This message is brought to you by the Akinfade Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
Corruption not in my country.
I don't get a lot. Boy, they won't booga me small. They say, man, give them bribe. I say, nothing. Okay, now, we go block later. You remember that contract where we do that time now? They don't pay.
But first, you see the house rent with the old things. We go first call caretaker, take the money, slap him.
Beg, see, you know, say I get annual levy why they pay for club. Where me and boys they shark beer in our house, I could pay that one. You remember say me and tell you I go buy you motor. I go buy now.
Okay, they pay you money now. We don't they beg caretaker? Why would they beg land? You said na corruption. Corruption, not in my house and not in my country.
Sure?
Sure.
Corruption not in my country. This message is brought to you by the Akinfade Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
Corruption not in my country.
Kasali, I hope so my car don't ready. I get interview in 30 minutes.
Okay, you don't ready. I just the last minute instruction where you give me yesterday. Now in the cause more delay.
Which instruction?
Maybe now you say make I change the meter, make you no read again.
Which time I make you change meter? Oh, Kasali, why you do like this now? You don't get sense. You don't read the text message. Nobody I want send them to. Like Kasali, my electrician, make it come house, call me do my meter so that you don't go to read again. You the electrician?
You're electrician.
Yes, now.
So you call Kasali electrician, make it come help you adjust your meter, make it for no read again, Abi. So you said you want young people where be say they no want they pay NEPA bill again, Abi. Oga, you know good now. You don't use them, you don't they behave like all these stiff people.
Oh, what you change from your motor? What you change from?
Two lights. Fuel gauge. Speedometer.
For what now? You for Kukuma over home my motor. I bet you identify for me.
Okay. Now don't do something we corrupt. And something come backfire. Now go come they find how to dodge them.
What you talk?
They greet you.
Corruption not in my country. This message is brought to you by the Akinfade Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring all the sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
All right, we're glad to have you back on the show. It's called Press Roundtable on Atlantic Television Network. All right, now let's look at the stories of sexual harassment. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Tuga, has formally lodged a complaint with the head of civil service of the Federation regarding allegations of sexual harassment leveled against the ministry's permanent secretary, Ambassador Ibrahim Lamuwa. In a later address to the HOCSF dated May 27, 2024 and cited by a correspondent on Tuesday, Tuga expresses concern over the serious nature of the allegation leveled against the permanent secretary by Mrs. Simi Shola Ajayi. He emphasized the importance of addressing the matter urgently and thoroughly, and the letter was titled Re-Official Complaint regarding sexual harassment of Mrs. Simi Shola Ajayi by Ambassador Ibrahim Adamu Lamuwa, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It reads, I am compelled to write to inform you of a formal complaint against the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Ibrahim Adamu Lamuwa, on allegations of sexual harassment. Bearing in mind the gravity of the matter, I feel it necessary to draw your attention to it and ask that you handle it accordingly. The letter included an attachment of the complaint received via email, and Tuga assured the HOCSF his full cooperation in the investigation. Now we're talking about sexual harassment, involving the minister and then the permanent secretary. Okay. Now, what we're looking at this sexual harassment now in a working environment. We know these things, they take place, they play out, and it's not really. It doesn't really sound good when it comes, even whether from a lady or from a man, because sexual harassment has to be treated as one. But do you think it is really quite commendable on the part of the minister to take the permanent secretary to the head of service and making it very open to the public? Do you think it should have been handled any other? What do you think? Do you think there are better ways to handle the issue? Or I was looking at I just looked at it like, could it be a previous grievance? Could it be there's a problem somewhere that really made him to take it so far like that? Or is there any evidence? Or I don't know. I don't know what to say about this now. Let me just hear from you.
Yes, although we normally hear the common concepts and aphorisms that love is blind. Okay, love is blind. But you see, in a working environment, love do not have any show to play, because it's not a play for jamboree. an official environment or a working environment need to act with sanctity. Need to act in a working environment. There need to be sanctity. Sanctity in the sense that everything that is done within the official premises should be official. There is nothing like love is blind. There is nothing like emotional trauma. There is nothing like, you know, I love this woman, I love this man. Except you are married. Even if you are married, issues concerning yourself and your wife should not affect the administrative activities of your office, especially. But in this case where the minister had observed such issues, and one, I need to commend him, but on the other way around, you know, we are matured people. Let me put it that way, we are matured people. He would have ordinarily used his office, all right? He would have used his office to manage this crisis. But I think from the way we are observing things, maybe it has gone beyond his proportion, or it has gone beyond his limit. That's why he had to hand it over to the head of service. I think what the head of service should do at this point is to set up a panel, all right? Because there are senior civil servants that are involved in the matter. So the head of service is going to set up a panel. The panel, and after setting up the panel should be given terms of reference and necessary recommendations and make it public also, so that this kind of attitudes and this kind of activities in our working environment will cease. Because these are some of the issues that make official matters to have leaked information. This is where official information leak. Because when such sexual issues are undertaken in offices,
restraining their families, and this could also bring a problem, having you know, occupy that position or occupying presently that position. All these things shouldn't really come up because it could also dent someone's image.
Yes.
Now, we have a story about a collapsed building, about the substandard steel producers in the wake of a recent building collapse that left thousands. We're just moving to another story. So in the wake of a recent building collapse that left 5 construction workers dead at Obingu in Kwawest local government area of Abia State, the Iron Road and Steel Distributors Employers Union of Nigeria has called on the federal government to crack down on substandard steel producers. National President of the Union, Chief Benga Awo Yale, in a statement issued to media correspondent in Ilorin on Tuesday, expressed concern that the unabated proliferation of the substandard iron rods and steel products in the market has led to a series of tragic incidents, one of which was a recent unfortunate incident witnessed in Abia State, stressing that it's time for the government to take decisive action to prevent further loss of lives. Now, according to the statement, it is disheartening that the Abia State government have now validated our positions that our market is saturated with substandard steel products, with its revelation that the preliminary report have attributed the building collapse to the possible usage of substandard building materials and poor supervision of the work at the site. We are tired of seeing innocent people struggling to make ends meet lose their lives due to the greed and negligence of substandard steel producers. Now, we just want to take it from there because they are actually saying that the government have to demonstrate true empathy and take concrete steps in order to address this type of issue once and for all, because this is affecting the innocent citizens who know nothing about building and structures and all of that. Now, so what, in a nutshell, because we just have a few minutes to go, what can you say about this? Could it be because they are using substandard steels and iron, and that is why the buildings are collapsing? Or could it be from the engineer? Could it be that some of them will, the quantity that was supposed to be used will not be put in use? They may reduce it, and they will manipulate everything and all of that. Could it just be coming from the steel alone, from the rod alone? I'm looking at the ways we can curb this, or we can address this issue of building collapse. Just within a few sentences, please.
Yes, first of all, I want to call on the Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON.
Okay.
Now, Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON, has a very big role to play when it comes to substandard materials. Because looking at the economy that we have right now, all right, even the least biscuit that has that you can go and buy that was a little bit fair enough for somebody to eat, now is very flat. All right, so a lot of manipulations, you know what I mean, and a lot of imitations are out there in the market. Let me put it that way first, because if the Standard Organization of Nigeria keep staying in their offices and are not in the field as an assessment organization, all right, they are assessors. They need to be, and they are quantity and quality this thing, what do you call it, investigators. They need to go out there in the market, see these products, see these goods, assess them, and know if they are properly made, or the content
or
of making, yes, of making them have been reduced. Because if you go to the market now and see some of the products that you know years back, you understand me?
This is not how it is.
This is not how it is.
They have to now write to the company
and
then make sure that they are giving us the normal standard.
Yes, because
they will produce
the rods now. They are even more tiny. They are not bigger like the way they used to be. So it becomes a problem, you understand me, to builders. Somebody will spend his money, even with the way how small it is now. The value of the money is even higher than the value of before. But the product itself is very light.
So now let's limit it a little bit. Make a comment on the Abia State government.
Yes.
You know, because they were building.
Let them investigate. Let them investigate and come out.
Okay.
Yes, with.
And then punish those people.
Yes, and then.
Either if it's in the engineer.
Yes, and give their recommendations out, because if the building collapse, all right. If you look at what the content of the story is talking about, it's more on some standard goods.
Okay.
The substandard goods is what the government should concentrate to investigate.
Exactly.
Before coming back to the engineers. All right, because if the proper materials that are supposed to be used, if I don't know how to call the inches anyway, either 5 inches or 10 inches of the rod, is not used, then we can say yes. But if the products are substandard, Standard Organization of Nigeria should join in this investigation and ensure that those products are out of the market. We want to see all those substandard products out of the market.
And then what about,
because they still keep killing lives.
Now, but what about supervising buildings, having people to check on the buildings?
It's still part of the SON. It's still part of SON.
That's
part of their duty.
That's their duty.
That's their duty. But they keep staying in the office.
Like you said.
They are not in the field. If they are in the field, and if they are in the field, they should have marked most of these products in the market.
All right, that's about you can take for today. I want to commend you. I want to thank you so very much. The last one we talked about is building collapse. I believe that a lot of persons, now, like you said about the SON, I believe that they really need to carry on their duty effectively in order to save lives, because it could happen to any of them. It could be your brother, it could be your sister, it could be your relatives. So if you're not doing your job well, okay, there will be lapses, and it can also jeopardize life. Just like these building issues, sometimes we had in Lagos, we had in some places, Abia, that there is a building collapse. Sometime in Imo State too, and so if all these things, it's not quite encouraging.
Last week,
Engineers
even
and
in
all
Lagos.
of that. Yet, so it kept happening and happening and happening. So we're actually looking out for a way out. So the son has to do something. The engineers supervising any new building, whatever, for as long as there is foundation, they have to supervise and carry it out in order to save lives and property. Well, that's the much we can go for today. You please stay connected on ATN socials. You can follow and like our page on Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, on Atlantic Television Network. We're also on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram, Atlantic TV Network 1. You can watch us live on StarTimes on channel 194. We're on website on atlanticnetwork.tv and also on YouTube, Atlantic Television Network. ATM Press Roundtable, we provide